I understand that this is a very touchy subject, but there are men and women, transgender men, transgender women, who deal with this every single day.
I have the greatest empathy for anybody that has such dysphoria. I talk to my psychiatrist son all the time about this. What can we do to help people get a peace with who they are and who other people are? But you can't make the facts move for someone. I can stand out here in the garage all day and convince that I'm an automobile, but it doesn't make me an automobile. And at the end of the day, it gives me a very confused life.
Chair, can I say something really quick? Because it needs to be said, and I have a great deal of respect for Senator Baxley.
Hold on, Mr.
Chair, please.
Hold on a second, Senator Jones. What are you asking? You've already debated.
I'm going to ask the committee that we be respectful when it comes to comments and words that we say, because there are people across this country who is watching this committee. And I understand that this is a very touchy subject, but there are men and women, transgender women, who deal with this every single day. And for us to come in here and to use certain terminology, it is offensive to them. I don't care where you stand on the issue, but Mr. Chair, we have to have a sense of decorum when it comes to respecting these individuals, because they are already under a great deal of scrutiny, and it's not fair that we as leaders of the state do this. Yes, we can have our differences, but there's 21 million people in the state of Florida, and we should respect all 21 million people in the state of Florida.
And as a police officer, you're asking me to someday put handcuffs on these people that are heroes in my life and arrest the people that saved my daughter? Please don't ask me to do that.
The spring sports season brought a promise of normalcy. This body seeks to take that away from her. Why? Because my daughter happens to be transgender.
I am a police sergeant with the city of Gadsden. I've been there 27 years now. I've taken the day off to come here today. And with all that I've done in my career, you'd think I wouldn't be scared by a whole lot, but right now I'm standing here just a little bit terrified. I am the father of a transgender daughter. My daughter came out to me when she was 16 years old. So when I found a note sitting there in front of my computer, and I started to read it, I realized this is a coming out letter. And as I read more, I found out it was a coming out as a transgender child. But I was a police investigator for a long time, so I put myself to the grindstone and started investigating. Unfortunately, the first thing I found was half the kids, their teens that are transgender, try to kill themselves. I was terrified. A little more looking, I found out that number drops to just below normal kids their age if they've got cooperation from their family, health care, and therapists, and people in the community that can help them. They are angels to me. And as a police officer, you're asking me to someday put handcuffs on these people that are heroes in my life and arrest the people that saved my daughter? Please don't ask me to do that.
I am the mom of a student athlete. The spring sports season brought a promise of normalcy, a glimmer of hope, an opportunity to socialize and exercise safely. This body seeks to take that away from her. Why? Because my daughter happens to be transgender. It's not dangerous for my daughter to be on the same sports team as her girlfriends. She's not taking the spot of another, more deserving girl, as if my daughter deserves less than. She's not a threat. Rather, she's a teenager that has worked for the last decade trying to help people understand who she really is. Her teammates have been her friends since preschool. pulling her from this team of her cherished community and sending her to play with the boys would be nothing short of traumatic and cruel. I can tell you with absolute certainty that the boys' team would not be safe for many reasons. The least of which is that her petite size would be overpowered by the boys on her team, and aside from her physical safety, she would undoubtedly be heckled by players, and dare I say parents, on the sidelines, wondering what a girl is doing competing against their sons. So I'm left wondering, if she doesn't belong on the boys' team, and she doesn't belong on the girls' team, where exactly do you think she belongs? Can you tell me she belongs somewhere? Or do you think she doesn't belong anywhere? Because that is what passing this bill will tell her.